Hi, I'm Richard Mayer, the CEO of Real Spirit USA and Advanced Pure Air. I'm here to introduce you to an air purifier, which we call the Air Shield. Now, I called it an air purifier and not an air cleaner because this machine does more than just take the dust out of the air. It's an air purifier. It removes odors, allergens, and dust, bacteria from the air, where air cleaners use like a HEPA filter and only clean the dust in the air. So this machine has 9 technologies, which I'll go through, which we call the Air Shield. I'll go through it and you'll understand it when I'm done. First off, let's talk about the machine itself. It's a smart machine. Inside of this, it has a HEPA filter, which I'll show you later. But when the HEPA filter gets dirty, you're not guessing. A little light comes on right here. It also has a plasma grid or a Truman cell, where if that needs cleaning, it comes on right here. And there's a reset button there so you can reset after you've either replaced the filter or you've cleaned the plasma grid. Also, this machine has something else. It has an auto sensing device. The auto sensing device is designed to sniff the air and see if there's odors, allergens, dust, and it'll set the proper technology on the machine. A friend of mine the other day called up and he said he took a bottle of scotch or a glass of scotch and walked through the room and the thing went off. Let's see if what happens. I have a little glass of scotch here. Let's see what happens. I'm going to put it up near the sensor and let's see if you can make a liar out of me or not. Ah, did you hear that? See the light right there go up? This now, it sensed the scotch smell and it absolutely kicked it up into, I have to talk a little louder, kicked up to a much higher fan speed to remove the odor from the air. Now I've covered the scotch up and in a minute or two, I can still smell it, in a minute or two this will drop down. So it automatically senses what's in the air. Now if you want to put it on manual, all you do is push the button here and you can go up to manual at any speed you want, high, medium, lower, or like silent where it's very quiet at nighttime. Most of the people that have bought this leave it on auto because it allows that machine to interact with what's in the room. Okay, I'm going to do something I don't recommend you do. I'm going to take the front cover off without turning it off. And the reason is you should power it down. But I'm not going to do that. Just to show you, if you didn't do that, it still can't hurt you. This is an ETL approved machine. And one of the safety features is if this front cover comes off, the machine will stop itself. So I have to turn it towards me and then I'll turn it back. Removing the front cover, as you can see, the machine shut itself off. Let's turn the machine back around. And what you have first is the dust cover. This dust cover here picks up the large pieces, the cat hair, the dog hair, your hair, things that are very big moving around the room. And this first part here is made of plastic, and it also is removable and is cleanable. Now to do this standing up is difficult. I should lay it on its back, but I'm going to try to do it standing up. This piece can be taken out, put in the dishwasher. You can, I suggest you take it to your sink and just spray it off and it's done. Behind that you have a plasma grid. The plasma grid is designed with high voltage wires here. That's why when you take the front cover off, it's got to stuck down. And you have a positive and negative, and what happens is all the dust will gather on here. When this gets full of dust, this light right there comes on and says to you, clean the plasma grid or Truman cell. So to remove it, you just grab the bottom, lift up, pull down, and there it is. Be very careful when you clean this. These are very small, thin wires. But just take this over to your sink, wash it off, and you're ready to go. Behind that, we have a HEPA filter, a true HEPA, meaning we really pick up the small particles. And what happens, this is an actual HEPA filter in the machine, and behind it, we have a charcoal grid. And the charcoal grid also removes odors, benzenes, and allergens. So the charcoal also is part of it. So you have a dust collector, you have a plasma grid, you have a HEPA filter, you have a charcoal. Behind that, we have a TiO2, titanium dioxide grid. This is a special coating on here which allows the UV light here at 254 nanometers to make this 40 times stronger for killing bacteria. It's a hospital-proven technology. All the instruments they use in hospitals are UV light sterilized before they use them, and this is what we use, the same technology. Let's put this back together now if I can. Now I'm going to do it standing up here, and it might be a little difficult, so just bear with me. First you put in this, which is the TiO2 or titanium dioxide. By the way, the UV light is replaceable also. Next you put in the HEPA filter, and it just slides in place, and it's kind of like stacking a cake. It goes right in place, not a problem. Next you put in the plasma grid. If you don't put a part in right, the machine won't start, and just start over again. It's really simple. And if you lay it on its back, it's much easier. But this one slides in here and snaps in place. As you can see, it snapped in place. Now you have your dust collector. This part here, very important, because that actually hits a sensor. So it all stacks together. If this isn't in right, the machine will not come on. So that tells you, if this slides in correct, that the machine should work fine. There it snaps in place. It looks good. Now I'm going to put the front cover on. And the machine should start up and right back where I was. Let's see what happens. Put the front cover on like this. Did you hear that sound? That tells you the machine is now back and running. So all 9 technologies are in the air shield. I feel this is the best value there is today for air purification. Remember, it's the air shield. It can be seen at www.realspiritusa.com or www.advancedpureair.com. This is Richard Mayer. Thank you very much for your time.